The next dimension is masculinity or femininity. Is the extent to which social gender roles are distinct, overlapped. Meaning, how do you think people from different gender, well, men and women, should think? I gave you a very negative example. I don't like it, but it happened. In Tsinghua University, there are many very smart, hardworking young ladies. When I talk to my students about job searching, when the students are about to graduate, they need to go to job market. I remember 6-7 years ago, I talked to some of our students about their job searching. Some are boys, some are girls. Girls complained, oh, I have to wait. I waited until all the boy classmates got offers or got jobs. And then I started to get some interviews or some offers. I asked them why. They say because people in companies, they think young ladies who will get married and who will help the family, who will have a child or children. The regulation has changed. So we expect young ladies to take care of their families very much, which means it will be difficult for them to have business trips. It will be difficult for them to work after hours. This is an assumption. Well, actually, it is not necessarily true. When in some companies in China, people assume which gender to say, to do something. The next dimension is uncertainty avoidance. Uncertainty avoidance is the extent to which the members of groups or categories feel threatened by uncertain or unknown situations. How do you think about Chinese? Do you think Chinese accept uncertainties or not? Do you feel Chinese people threatened by uncertain or unknown situations or not? How do you think? Talking about the modern history of China, in the past 20-30 years, there has been a big change in China. Many changes, different roles, new city, new buildings, new jobs, new career, new universities. New means change. So we find out Chinese people welcome those changes, meaning welcome uncertainties. One more example. In our department in Tsinghua University, we have a big international program. We actually have more international master students than Chinese master students. So the class is very international. And it's international students from all over the world. The largest group of the international students in our department is Germans. So we had a chance to talk to those international students. We asked them, including those Germans, we asked them how do they think about university, about the department, about everything about China. They have different opinions, but many are quite positive. They see the change, they see the opportunity of China. They also accept uncertainties. They sometimes a little complain. They complain, say, well, we find out Chinese people, including Chinese classmates, Chinese professors, change more often than us. Change the time of meeting, change the subject of the meeting. They have to adjust to uncertainties in China. Again, opportunities mean uncertainties. The next dimension is long-term or short-term orientation. The extent to which virtues are oriented towards the future or present. Here's one interesting story. I believe it is true. Last year in microblog in China, the story actually was not in China, was in New York City in the United States. Chinese economy is growing, everybody knows, rapidly. And there's some rich Chinese people invest on things all over the world. They buy things, luxury things, or any product, any services, including apartments, houses, lands. There's an agent in New York City who had a Chinese client. The Chinese client is actually the mother. The Chinese client, the lady, talked to the agent, said, I wish to buy a place near New York University, NYU, or Columbia University, two very famous universities in New York City. And I want to buy one place for my child. Oh, so the agent said, oh yeah, I understand. Your child is studying in one of the two universities? The mother said, no, not yet. The agent said, oh, I understand. You say one of the two. I think he or she must be in high school. So considering going to one of the two very good universities. The mother said, no, not yet high school. The agent feel a little strange. Not high school? Just tell me which school or how old is the child? Teenagers, I think. No, not teenagers. What? Just primary school? Not really. Preschool or kindergarten? Yeah, you got it. So the mother was worried about how to get her daughter or her son to study in a good university. She wanted to prepare for the future. She's not saying, oh, I want to buy an apartment or a house for my son, my daughter near the school right now. No, for them in the future. One similar example actually happened to me and tells you why I believe that story was true. I studied in the US. I got a master and PhD degree in the US. So my friends in Beijing actually asked me, some of them, or many of them asked me, oh, professor, I want to know how to get my son, my daughter to go to university in the US. Can you help me? Can you tell me? Okay, again, similar question like the agent. Which high school? No, not high school yet. In China, the education system, before high school, that will be junior high school. Okay, I said it must be junior high school. So you are preparing for the child, for the boy or for the girl to select the major, right? So you want to get prepared. No, not yet. Professor, you think too much. Not yet. Junior high school, not yet. Junior high school, not yet. I got it. I saw the story in microblog. Primary school. No. Kindergarten. Sorry. My baby was born 3 months ago. That's true. That's a true story. So you see how Chinese parents prepare for the future. I can even share with you a little sad story. I feel sad to tell it, but it's true. I saw it in the internet. You can find out in the internet in China, in the news. There was a high school girl who finished her entrance exam. Entrance exam is very important for Chinese young people to study in a good university. So it's so important. Actually, their entrance exam for university, entrance exam for high school, entrance exam for junior highs, and many other education systems. And there are many other exams. We all understand entrance examination must be very important for sure. If you pass, if you have a very good grade, then you can go to good university and select the interesting majors to study. But the story was, the girl was taught her grandfather passed away before the examination. Not just the day before the examination, months ago. Not just 1 week, 2 weeks, not just 1 month. Months ago. And her parents, other family members, even her teacher decided not to tell her the very sad story because they say, this will influence you. The poor little girl will be very sad. She won't be able to do a good job in the examination. So we keep in secret. Okay, that's a sad story, but thinking about the long-term and short-term orientation, the concept behind. So my friend from some other cultures asked me, why the entrance examination is so important? Why it is so important? I said, oh, sure, you understand. Entrance exam decides which universities to study. Yeah, so why studying at university is so important? Because after university, after graduate school, the girl can find a good job. Find a good job for what? To take care of herself, take care of her family. There, that's it. And you find out one important thing is to take care of the family. But her grandfather is her family. So why doesn't she take care of her grandfather for now and only consider families in the future? In the story, we don't want to say which is good, which is bad, which is right, which is wrong. I just want to use the story to tell the difference. So people think a different way. And if you understand these stories, it won't be difficult for you to understand there are many tough parents in China or even some Chinese people outside China. The parents, Chinese parents, are famous of helping their next generation, giving some pressure on the next generation, not for themselves, for the future, long-term and short-term orientation. All right, so after introducing all the 5 dimensions, which one is the very special one for Chinese people? What is your answer?